Farm Guy here, and this is Orchards and Greenhouses by MrHector on Farming Simulator 22. It's for all platforms, PC, Mac, and console. I'm on PS5 here on the Rock Crawl map, and this is an absolutely massive pack of orchard, greenhouses, factory, and other things that, wow. 28.51 megabytes to download. Slot counts are pretty reasonable. The biggest one is 16, and it just goes down from there. So they're all less than 16. 16 slots is the factory here. So there's a lot going on here. They're all interconnected in some way, shape, or other. So I'm going to try to go through this in a logical progression. At least hopefully you can follow it, and I will try to answer your questions through this video. So we're going to start with the greenhouses and kind of work our way, well, forward and backwards in a way. Yes. So, as I said, there are a bunch of things in this pack. So let's get our help window on, and we're going to start with greenhouses, because greenhouses and production and greenhouses, and we have a few of them, and they are basically split up into greenhouses that produce strawberries, cucumbers, tomatoes, green peppers, onions, lettuce, and those are these ones here. So there's a small one, there is a medium greenhouse. Greenhouses are 8 or 9 slots each, 8 for the smaller ones, 9 for the larger ones. And we have a large advanced greenhouse with that produces all those things. Now, we also have a separate greenhouse that produces watermelon. Now, there are other things that these things produce. We'll talk about that in a moment. We have watermelon, a medium watermelon, and a large watermelon shed. So, let's go in and look at the small one, because they're all so we have the, let's get our field information. There we go. So this is the watermelon and the advanced. They're both identical except for what they produce. We have an input here, an output here. We'll talk about the output, another input, and an input and an output for pallets. Now there's a lot going on here. We can go to the, so this is a small greenhouse advanced. As you can see, tomatoes, lettuce, strawberries, green pepper, cucumbers, onions. Very simply put there. I'm going to forego the tomatoes, lettuce, and strawberries. I'm going to turn on green peppers in this one, because we're going to produce green peppers in one, cucumbers in the other, and onions in the other one, and the watermelons will all turn on. What do we got to put in? Water, fruit and vegetable fertilizer. This is a new product unique to this mod. You have to buy it in the store in an ICB pallet. And compost you can either buy or make yourself. Notice the output amongst the vegetables and fruits is organic waste. You do get organic waste as a byproduct, and you turn that into compost in another process. Hopefully I'm being clear here. So green peppers I'm going to turn on, and that's what they look like when they're growing. All right. I have left the last greenhouse empty of product to show you how all the products go in before we go forward. So this one is the watermelon. Same input, water, fertilizer, compost in those amounts. The small ones take the same amounts. Output is watermelon and organic waste. We're going to turn that on. That's what the watermelon looks like. And we're going to carry on with the rest of them here. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'll just stay in here. Cucumbers, watermelon, onions, and watermelon. This one, as you can see, I do not have any of the inputs in. There are many more to go here, but so they're all turned on. That's what they all look like. We're going to see what each fruit and vegetable looks like when, except for the base game ones. I'm not going to turn those on. We know what those look like. And the recipe, as they say, the recipes. Tomatoes, one tomato, 768 cycles a month. One tomato per cycle. One lettuce per cycle, and of course the byproduct is, of course, organic waste on all of them. 384 cycles a month. Strawberries, 768 cycles. 768 for the green pepper. 576 for the cucumbers, and 768. So, as you move up in the size of the greenhouse, the amount of cycles per month go up, and the production goes up. So you can see there. And the large greenhouse, cycles per month is greater, and so is the watermelon in the large. It is a greater output. Now, here we are in our final greenhouse. I have not put in any materials or anything in this at all. So let's start with water. Water is pretty simple and basic. I have the Omatana water tank, but any water tank should suffice. And as we go forward, there it is. Start overloading water. There it is. So, what is our water capacity? 20,000 liters on the large one. All right. So let's drop that. I have compost in this trailer. If we go back over here, compost. Now, if you're just starting out, you're not going to have any compost because you don't have any organic waste yet. This is the compost. Compost can be purchased in the store. Not there. Here we go. Purchased here, I do believe, bags. There it is. Compost, $250 for 1,000 liters of compost. You will need that to start off your greenhouses because you won't be able to grow anything if you don't have compost. So you have to buy some of these bags. Now you can load these bags into a trailer like I have. Where is it? Here. You can buy the compost bags and then take a trailer and you can transfer it into that trailer, and the compost goes here, right there. So this thing here that looks like there's compost in there, there we go. The compost goes in there and it fills up. You can see it filling up as you put it in there, so you kind of know it's going in. Right, so what else? What's next? Why does it always default over there? Now all we have is a fruit and vegetable fertilizer, and I have some containers of that here. That's what it looks like. It's very heavy. I can't pick it up, so you're going to have to go and get your handy dandy trusty forklift, which I've left over here. This also you can buy under pallets, and it's actually the only place you can get it. You have to buy it in pallets unless you, I mean, there are other ways to acquire it, but nefarious. Here it is, fruit and vegetable fertilizer, $2,900 for 2,000 liters. You can buy up to 8 of them. Same with the compost, you can buy it up to 8 at a time. It typically won't load into any. Unfortunately, there is no other way to buy it. You have to buy it on pallets. It will not. You cannot load it into a tanker. There is no tanker that will accept this liquid. Yeah, I'm just going to say there is another way to do it, but it's the Rumbler van by DD Mod Passion, but I don't necessarily recommend that method. We'll talk about that later. Let's go ahead and as you pull forward, see, there you go. See, we're loading it in. Now, it's going to take, why did it always go there? That's weird. We're going to see, yeah, it's going to take 4,000 liters to fill up. So basically 2 containers of this fertilizer. And there we go. So if you have a lot of these greenhouses and the orchards also take this specialty fertilizer, there's no way to produce it or to really buy it in any other way other than through the store. Hopefully that we can get another way available to do that. But anyways, that's it. So the specialty fertilizer in here, the compost here, water there, and away we go. This here is eventually going to fill up with organic waste. And the organic waste is something that we'll talk about in a minute. What do you do with it? Well, you make compost with it. So it's a recycling type of circular process that kind of comes around and comes back around again. So sticking with the greenhouse. We're going to stick with the greenhouse. We're going to go ahead in time. They have been all turned on. We will get to the other ones eventually, but we're staying with the greenhouses for now. And we're going to finish that, and then we're going to move on to the next items. So now you know what the greenhouses produce, how to fill them in with product, what they produce. We're going to see how they all produce and what the fruits and pallets look like. And yeah, I've shown you where you can buy the compost if you're going to need to buy some initially, and where to buy the specialty fertilizer, liquid fertilizer. All right, so I'm going to stop talking now. We're going to go ahead a month, and then we'll come back in and see how all of these, they're all full now. As you can see, they're all full with, yes, I've filled, yeah, don't pay attention to the top one yet. We're just in greenhouses. They're all full of product, and they're on. So, yes. All right, see you in a bit. All right, 1 month has gone forward and we have some produce. There we go. That is the green peppers, 400 kilograms. It's too heavy to pick up by hand. So green peppers, the small watermelon has not produced a pallet of watermelon large enough to spawn. Moving on to here, what do we got here? Cucumbers, that's what they look like. So we have a pallet of cucumbers. We also have organic waste that has been produced. It doesn't show up in here. We're going to test that out. What do we got here? Here we go. We got some watermelons. Really nice that we can see the really nicely done the visual. Yeah, my words are hard for me today. Moving over to here, onions. We have plenty of onions here. The larger greenhouse obviously is much more productive, and the large, yeah, well, looks like watermelons produce a little slower, but it says we have a ton of organic waste, which there's just the tiniest little smidgen here, so the capacity for organic waste must be quite a lot. Now let's see what have we ended up with here. There we go, small greenhouse. So organic waste 726 liters, and we only had the green peppers turned on, so that's why. Yeah, green peppers. So looks like once you fill them up with the capacity for the incoming materials is quite good. You're not going to run out really soon, so that's good to see. And the output, as you can see, is there. Now let me grab a trailer and we're going to collect the organic waste from these, and we're going to show you how to do that. So we have a trailer here, and we just pulled up to this trigger here that looks like a loading and start filling, and there we go. There is our organic waste. And we're just going to go and test each one of these triggers. Yes, that one works. And make sure we collect them from each one of them. Yes, that one works. And that's all you need to do. Pull up next to it. If you are having problems collecting it, switch your trailer out. Maybe it's your trailer that's causing the problem. And I also do not recommend using the toggle free mode. If yeah, that could also disrupt triggers and so forth. So there we go. So we're going to skip over to what you do with this organic waste now that we have collected it, and that is here. So what is this? This is found in buildings and silos, and this is a specialty compost silo. It looks very much like your regular bunker silo that you put chaff in, but this snaps together. You can put a few of them together, or overlaps with a, yeah, I think because I have stuff in there right now, it's doing that. So that's only 2 slots, and it works just like the silage clamp, but it's for this organic waste. And so let's put what we have in here. So we didn't get a whole lot, but let's just dump what we have in here. And as you can see there, you'll be able to dump it in there. There we go. And you come over with a tractor. It compresses really quickly. It was basically compressing while I was dumping it in. And as you can see here, 64, 67. See the on the top left, my help window there, you see that compacting is going, the numbers going up, and I think I'm losing some out the front. I'm spreading some, but there we go, 100%. Now we should be able to cover it. Yes, blanket silo L3. There we go. And yeah, so we've pushed some out, but there it is, composting, fermenting. So it's going to ferment, and we're going to get compost. So yeah, so that's basically, so we're going to come back to this and open it up, and we're going to find it. But that is it for the greenhouses. So we're going to talk about what you do with the produce. Now you can either sell it directly, and the chain ends there. So you can sell it directly, and that's it. Or you can take it to be further processed, which we will talk about in a minute. But the next section of this video, we're going to talk about the orchards that come with this pack too. So let's go set that up, and we're going to start a new section of this video. Next section of this video is going to deal with the orchards, and the orchards can be found in productions and orchards. And there we go. We have 4 new orchards: an apple orchard, and as far as I can tell, I think they're only 1 slot each, so it's quite reasonable. $10,000. We have a pear orchard. They all are identical except for what they produce. Apricot and plum orchard. Now I have filled them all. It's set for, well, kind of 1. Anyways, we'll show you. So fruit output here, water goes in here. Here is our managed production point. The special fertilizer goes in here, and this is the where the compost goes in, and we should be getting organic. Let's see. Okay, let's take a look at it. There's a lot going on here. Apple orchards. Yeah, so that's it. stuff goes in, only thing that comes out is the fruit. So you don't get the organic material byproduct from the orchards, but you do get apples, pears, apricots, and plums in basically one per cycle. They're all the same, so they will produce all equally. And Farm Dog Max thought he heard the word cheese, but that's another mod. No cheese here, Mr. Max. Right, so actually what we're going to do, let's go back in here and turn them all on, because that's what we do. And notice that the apples, I didn't put water or compost in, so that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to show you where the water and compost go in, and actually where the... So let's get moving here. Let's get our water tank. And our apple orchard is just over here. So you should be able to just pull up to the tank. You should get the, there we go, start overloading water. All right, and I'll just grab a tank of fertilizer while I'm over here, and I have my forklift handy. This is the only part of this. It's actually the only part of this whole mod pack that's slightly annoying to me, is that most modders would supply a modified, just base game modified tank and a sell point that you could buy bulk. If it's a specialty product like this, buy it in bulk in a tank. But maybe in an update. Let's see here. Yes, 4,000 liters. So is that? Yeah, I'm going to need another container. It takes 2 containers to fill the orchard, and let's just go ahead and do that because, well, we're here to test every detail, and hopefully I don't miss anything. So I try to capture every detail of the mod so that you know, and you don't have to test it out yourself. And there we go, it's going in. So that's where the liquid fertilizer, you cannot use regular liquid fertilizer. You have to use the custom fertilizer that comes with this mod. So I'm sure someone's going to try that and say the fertilizer doesn't work. All right, so let's get in here and put the compost. The compost goes into this compost container there, and as I said, every one of them is the same. If you are having a problem trying to get it in there, then maybe try a different method of putting it in. And that is not the one that needs it. Apples is the one that needs compost, because I put one in and the other. But anyways, compost going in here. And can I sneak up over here and do that? Yes. All right, compost going in, and then we're going to go ahead a month. We're going to go a month ahead and see what we come up with for produce, and see how the capacities hold out. We have apples. And let's take a look at our apples. Incoming materials, we got plenty of capacity there, so you're not going to be running out anytime soon once you fill those up. So apples, 500 liters, 400 kilograms. It's too heavy to pick up. Let's run over here. What do we got over here? We're going to have pears. Very nice. Pears. We got apricots. Yummy apricots. And finally, plums. Juicy purple plums. All right. So now, what do you do with all this stuff? Well, there's another process to follow. But before we do that, our fermenting is done. So we can open it, and there we go. Oh, it opens the whole thing. So it's wide open. There it is. We have now produced compost. And there is no trigger or anything. You gonna have to come in here with a front loader or some other method and scoop it up and distribute it. Now you have compost you can distribute to your greenhouses and your orchards. Right. So let's go on to the final process in this mod pack, and that's the factory. Right, so here we are at the factory. Factory and sell point, by the way. There's a sell point. We'll talk about the selling the products once we've produced the products in the factory, and there is a lot of them. Now, first of all, where do we find it? Production and factories. There's just the one factory, so no, I mean, it's quite simple here. Here it is. It is $80,000. The factory was 16 slots on consoles, so not too bad. As you can see here, if you may recognize this, I do believe this is the grape processing plant, or a modified version of the grape processing plant base game. Notice there's a bunker at the back. We're going to talk about that. So, pallets output here. Here is our managed production point, and what can we produce? Apple juice, apricot jam, plum jam, ketchup, strawberry juice, and pickles. And you're going to need, well, apples for apple juice, apricots and plums, and sugar. Oh, apple juice, no sugar. Sugar. Ketchup needs, you need tomatoes, peppers, apples, and sugar. Strawberry juice is just strawberry, and pickles, you need cucumbers, sugar, and onions in those quantities as you see there. So inputs 30,000 for all the fruits except onions, and sugar at 15,000. Oh, green peppers is 10. So you can see here inputs, output is as you would expect. Also, yes, you do get organic waste from this process too, so very nice. I'd like to see that because everything looks to be, yeah. So we're, in this case, we're going to actually turn them all on, and we're actually going to turn, we're going to see what the apple juice looks like. We're going to turn this to, storing organic waste. We're going to change these to distributing because I want only the apple juice to appear first. And then what I'm going to do, once we see the apple juice, we're going to turn off the apple juice, clear it, and then release the other products one at a time so we can see exactly what they look like, and then we're going to sell them. Now, we'll talk about the sell point and the sell pricing after we run the factory input here. So pallets, or however, like input materials go here. It's a very nice large area. The organic waste will come here. We have a pickup. We're going to test that, make sure that picks up and so forth. And right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead again another month and see what happens. All right, so there we go. We have apple juice, and we have produced a fair bit of product, not enormous amounts, but as you can see here, if you want to pause the video or whatever, this is what has been produced in the 1 month that I ran this production. And this is what the apple juice looks like. It is too heavy to pick up. And if we look a lot, yeah, there's lots of things going on here. Let's just show you. I have a case of apples here. And there we go. So apples going in. Probably not taking, yeah, it's apples are going in slowly. It's not taking them in really quickly, but it's still going down. All right, let's go in here And let's, okay, that's all the apple juice. Let's just put that to distributing and go with storing apricot jam. So let's pick up the jam. Let's take a look. So the jam, nice. All these things are looking good. All right, so we're going to start selling this stuff, and we're going to go through each product, take a look at it, and then sell it. The sell point is here. We'll talk about the sell point now. Production and selling points. And there it is, $5,000 to place. It will take all the items that are produced by this mod pack. I believe we're going to take a look at the prices. So here we're at the bottom. So it's going to buy, so the farmer's market, that's what, oh, let's get a further away. The farmer's market is the new sell point. We also have the Schultz sell everything mod. It also takes all of these items, as you can see here. So prices, apples, and price fluctuation as you would expect. Winter is a higher price, summer is lower prices. Pears, if you can see the price comparison. Now it does, the mod description does say that some maps, the products might appear on some of the sell points there, but if you're missing one, either put down, I would suggest either just using the sell point that comes with the mod, or you could use the sell everything. That's the one I use a lot. It always has, it takes everything. Yeah, even the modded stuff like this, green peppers, cucumbers, onions. We have watermelon. So we have the apple juice, apricot jam, plum jam, ketchup, strawberry juice, pickles, even the compost. If you just want to sell the compost, the fertilizer, you're going to lose money selling the fertilizer, but that's to sell everything. That's, yeah. So, yeah, literally everything. Right, so let's stop talking and start selling, shall we? So, oh, we got one of each. Very nice. Let's go over here. Make sure this sell point takes them. And there we go. So, very good. That works. All right, let's just... okay, I'm going to clear off this sell point. So we got the ketchup. And what was this? The plum jam. Right, plum jam and ketchup. Very nice. All right. Let's sell those, shall we? Now, if you don't want to be bored with watching me sell each of these products, and I have no doubt that they all will. Yeah, they all will sell. Come on, get off of there. Right. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and turn those, the rest, the second to just, oh, this is apple juice. There's a lot of apple juice. Was that apple juice or strawberry juice? Oh, it must have been the strawberry juice. Now, of course, you can set these to selling. Also, the greenhouse, you can set it to distribute the lettuce or green peppers. You can set it to distribute, and it will send it directly to the factory. Same with the orchards. If you don't want to deal with carrying pallets, just set it to distribute, and it will automatically send it to the factory. So there it is. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. If you do find some issues with it, yeah, feel free to make a comment and say if there's something weird happening. A lot of times mod conflicts are a real thing now, more than ever with so many mods. If you have other factories, other things on your map that you have added to it, especially on PC, there's so many more. Even on console, there's things that happen when you put more than one kind of mod on a map and have them all running. The conflicts of things happen a lot. So if you're having issues, it very well could be a mod conflict. Just saying. But anyways, I think that's it in a nutshell. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. If I did, I apologize. There is a lot more detail to this than even I spoke of. The description is the mod description is quite extensive, so I recommend you taking a read through that before asking any questions. Maybe that will be answered in the description as well. But there you go. That is the massive, wow, crazy mod pack Orchards and Greenhouses by MrHector on Farming Simulator 22. Thank you all for watching, and remember, it's only a game. So till the next one, bye for now.